We are the nerds. We are the nerds of the apocalypse.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 17th annual Comic and Toy Show here in Columbia, South Carolina. Jamel Temple, I'm with our good buddy Sanford Greene. Sanford, it's good to see you after 2 weeks of being apart.
Man, I feel like it's been, 2 weeks.
We're not stalking you, I promise.
Okay,
actually,
I'm good,
I don't
man.
promise. Everybody else probably does.
Okay, that's good. That's fine.
So we want to talk to you because if you don't follow Sanford on Instagram, you are missing out on some great look at the art that he's doing for the Runaways for the Secret War event going on with Marvel.
Yeah.
And we can't get into the story. And honestly, I'm not here to talk to them about story. I don't care. I want to talk about these amazing characters that you're drawing on this page. So first I have to talk about is Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah,
And
those guys are the ones right now. They're the popular ones.
Can we go into how you really came up with the clothing choice? I mean, it was fashion, but like how the design for Cloak and Dagger in the book.
Well, honestly, the concept of kind of reversing their abilities or their powers. Me and Noelle Stevenson, we kind of went back and forth, and we thought that was like a really cool look on how to convey that. Honestly, it's just as simple as me just kind of, I love fashion. I love trendy, outfits and clothing. And honestly, I saw this, image of a couple of, girls with blonde dreads on, Instagram, I think it was. And
Yeah.
I said, that's kind of interesting. So I took some of that and meshed it with, fashion, and that's where that came from. And of course, Cloak, who has more of a Dagger's abilities in this story, he has like this hood. I think everyone's really digging that. And he has like these tattoos, like 3, one on each side and then one in the middle of daggers, tattooed in his skull, which I can't even tell you where that came from. When you're sketching and drawing, a lot of times it's trial and error. Okay, that works, that doesn't work. So I just kind of, Frankenstein the thing. I took a little piece from something I saw online, some ideas that I had, personal, ideas, and just kind of meshed it all from there.
Every time I look at Cloak, or I look at Dagger,
Yeah.
I look at her, and it was the hair that popped in me at first. I'm like, this is like the twins from The Matrix.
Yeah,
that's where the hair for me came from.
Yeah, that was probably some of that in there in terms of like that aspect of it, but it goes a little deeper in terms of like the powers. Instead of having the dark force, she has more light force.
Yeah.
So how to convey that? I wanted to do something a little different. She has this long, flowing kind of jacket and gown, and her sleeves are extra long, and so it's just a lot of this drapery, and so I just thought that would be a cool look, and it's not just a hood and a cape like the original Cloak from the 616, but
yeah. Cloak and Dagger was always one of my favorite ones, with them being orphans, growing up on the street, and
Right.
then and having that symbiotic bond that they need to be with each other. And
Right.
the original 616, you had Cloak being this towering figure, using this cloak, Dagger just coming in there doing the thing. Switching it is beyond pretty interesting. I have to read this now.
Yeah. That's what got a lot of people interested in when they see those characters. And so, wait a minute, the powers are reversed. I got to see what this is all about. So, we're excited about it, and it'll be out soon enough. Still working on a few things, tweaking a few things in the first issue, getting that ready so we can move on.
And for me, a reveal, the fact that Jubilee.
Oh yeah,
is in there as well.
Oh yeah.
Just can you talk a little bit about how Jubilee is just in the fashion sense and how you're drawing her?
Well, in the fashion sense, it's the same thing. Pretty much all the characters. I mean, I don't want to kind of shortchange you with information, but really with all the characters, it's just I take a lot of influence from fashion, urban fashion. A lot of the European styles, and some of the older styles from 60s and 40s, like these different periods.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of mesh, and honestly, that's what fashion is today anyway. That's what that hipster thing is, right? They kind of have a little bit of all these different periods, kind of meshed together to make this unique, fashion. So that's pretty much what it is. you know, I can try to dress it up and make it sound so profound, but really, it really is just about fashion. I love urban culture. I love, you know, the European stuff. I love
as we see in your
anime.
book, Rotten Apples. I mean, that.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
oh, yeah,
you see
totally.
it right there.
I mean, honestly, when you really think about it, that's where so much of the design sense of a lot of characters is coming from now. It's coming from a lot of urban, you know, culture, because, you know, tights and capes aren't really that viable in film. So a lot of these characters, they're trying to redesign them now to where they're viable for, you know, just setting them up so that they can be more, you know, ready for film. So that's where a lot of that stuff is really coming from.
And does Jubilee still keep her glasses? Because I have the picture in my mind, and I can't remember if she's wearing her shades.
She has shades. She definitely has shades. She got to have the hot pink shades. And she has a yellow, you know, tank top underneath, but she's total goth everywhere else, which is pretty fun stuff. So.
Is there any other character that you've released on Instagram? Those are the three that I remember off the top of my head.
Well, there's let's see. There's a good bit of characters in this series, so I'm trying to think right now. We got Bucky. A lot of people.
That's right. I was trying to figure. I didn't know who he was until I saw the star on the shoulder.
Yeah. Bucky. I mean, same thing. You know, military. You know, military urban fashion, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
that's really, you know, that's a popular thing now too. You know, so, you know, just pulling from all those different genres is pretty much what I go for. You know?
All right. Well, thank you so much for talking. And of course, when the book gets closer to release, you're just going to be hounded. Just hounded. There's no stopping me. Because
hey, you know what? It is what it is right now, man. I just take it as it comes right now. So
that's right. So thank you so much, sir, for talking with us about the art. Please go follow this man on Instagram. Look at all of his cool stuff that he's drawing. It's great stuff. This is Sanford Greene at Toys and Comic Show. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys next time.